Okay, testing. One, two, three. Finally got it to work. Okay, there we go. We're making some progress. So I've already been live for 5 minutes and didn't get a damn thing done. Well, I guess I got my audio to work. I finally figured out what was wrong with that. So okay, so Anyway, so what's up, everyone? I am live here tonight on this Wednesday night, the day after Valentine's Day. So I'm here tonight going live. I want to do some Tekken Talks or Tekken Talk. And I kind of want to, I thought it would be a good idea to do a tier list. So I want to do, so anyway, I'm going to make this a separate video. So let me get in my little mood or whatever. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jay. Welcome back. I thought today I would now you guys see what I go through. Anyway, okay. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jay. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Today, I wanted to do a tier list on the Tekken 7 characters that's more so based around my enjoyment of each of these characters. So it's pretty much a fun tier list. So I will be rating every single character in Tekken 7, and I will be judging how fun they are. Like, do I think they're extremely fun? Do I think they're quite enjoyable? So still pretty fun, but not my favorite. Do I think they're just okay? Not too boring, not too fun. Do I think that they're just not my cup of tea? Or do I find these characters, do I find a certain character extremely boring? So that's how I will be rating all of these characters right now. So let's get started. So let me see, YouTube. Okay. Just check and make sure I'm still recording. Okay, so when I think of, I guess maybe I should go in order, like in which they're listed. So it seems like they're listed in alphabetical order. So we'll start with Akuma. So as far as Akuma, so this really is not a Tekken character at all. He's a guest character from Street Fighter. I will be honest, I have not played Akuma too much. Like I've dabbled and dabbled a lot with every single character on this list, but some I've played more than others. And Akuma is one of those characters that I really did not play too much of. Like I kind of have a feel for it. Like I kind of, like every character has their little style and how you play them. So I got a bit of a feel for it. And I feel like this character really has a lot going for him. Like I think he's definitely very interesting. It's just the 2D stuff is too flashy. It's really, I think Akuma belongs in just not my cup of tea. Like I don't find Akuma to be boring, but he's definitely not for me. Like it's just, I don't like the 2D fighting style. I don't like all the flashiness. I don't like all the choppiness of the 2D fighters. But I do think this character has a lot to offer. Like he seems interesting. I mean, I feel like with Akuma and Geese and the other 2D characters that they really wanted to take a risk to make, to have something different for Tekken 7. So I'm kind of inclined to put him into okay. Or because I don't find, I'm not going to put him in okay because I really don't have fun fighting with Akuma, but I can appreciate the 2D risk they played with Akuma, or that they put the risk that they took with putting Akuma in the game. Like I think he does have a lot of interesting things there. It's just, he's just not my cup of tea. So I'll leave it at that. Alyssa. I feel like she's quite enjoyable. I'm not the biggest fan of Alyssa, but I will say the chainsaws, all the flying around, all the other bullshit that she has, it is quite enjoyable actually. So I would say she is quite enjoyable. She's really fun to troll people with, I would say. Not my favorite character, but I can see that. And I'll put her in okay. I don't think there's much explanation needed here. Just okay. Armor King. I feel like Armor King is extremely fun. I don't play him that much, but I find that this character, and as well as a few others that I'm going to mention when I get to them, I find that he's very intuitive when you play him. Like, you really have to be focused, and and I feel like he also teaches you a lot about punishing characters. And I don't know, I feel like he helps you learn the game, but he's also very intuitive and pretty good to have a cool design as well. So I think those all kind of add into Armor King. So I would just say that he's extremely fun to fight with. Like, I don't play him much, but I can see him being fun. Asuka, I would put Asuka in okay. Not the biggest fan. I used to play her a lot back in Tekken 5 and Tekken Tag 2. So I can't put her in not my cup of tea because I did play her a lot. But these days, I'm just not that interested in Asuka anymore. I find her game plan and just fighting style overall to be a little, it's just okay to me. Like, it's not bad at all, but I don't really have just that much fun fighting with her anymore. But I am interested in fighting with Jun Kazuma in the future. So that was my other main back in Tekken Tag 2, and I guess June wasn't in Tekken 5. But yeah. Bob, not my cup of tea. I honestly do not like this character. This character just jumps around the whole screen like some kind of pinball or some shit. Like, Bob is not fun. He's not I would not say he's extremely boring. I mean, he has a lot going on for him. Like, he has a lot of cheesy stuff that's kind of, trollish, but I don't like him. Not my cup of tea. Brian is, I would say, extremely fun. And I think what makes Brian extremely fun is that he, like Armor King, he's another character that's very intuitive. And I feel like he has really high execution. And I think that also adds into it. I mean, it's not fun losing because boy, oh boy, do I lose a lot with Brian. But I think he's intuitive. He keeps you engaged in the game. And I think that makes the character really fun. Claudio, I'll say he's okay. I would say he's not my cup of tea. I really want to put him down here, but I think of the newer characters, he has the most potential. Like, he's just okay to me. Nothing really cool going for him. I mean, the whole Starburst thing is somewhat interesting, but I feel like it's not developed well enough at all. Marduk, I would say he's quite enjoyable. Devil Jin, I would say Devil Jin's extremely fun. Kazumi, why is Kazumi right here? I would say she's okay. So that's Devil Kazumi and his regular Kazumi. So I would say the Kazumis are okay because I feel like that she is somewhat intuitive. She teaches you about the game, pretty much an easy mode Mishima, but still just missing something. It's just the game plan is a little too dull. I actually might move it down to not my cup of tea. I'll keep her in okay. Eddie, I would say he's quite enjoyable. I feel like this character is very unique, has a lot going for himself. He can be really cheesy, but Eddie is not by any means the strongest character. So although you can beat a lot of characters in the early ranks because they don't know the matchup, Eddie gets really difficult really fast. And I feel like he's also big on 50-50s. And I feel like 50-50 characters are some of the characters I enjoy the most. Like, I love having to be creative and keep the opponent guessing and stuff. So I'll put Eddie in. Quite enjoyable. Eliza, not my cup of tea for obvious reasons. Falcon Rom, I'll put Falcon Ramen okay. I just get it. Someone just text me. Okay, sorry. Okay. Fang, not my cup of tea. I don't know what it is about Fang. I don't know if it's his game plan itself isn't too bad. I find it to be a little dull and out of place. I don't know why. Feng Wei always strike me more as like a virtual fighter character, not really much of a Tekken character. Gonryu, not my cup of tea. Geese, not my cup of tea. Gigas, not my cup of tea. Heihachi, I would say he's quite enjoyable. Whoring. This might be controversial, not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I feel I really want to put Hwoarang in okay, but I find this character to be so spammy. He's like one of the most not the most, but one of the most brain dead characters. I feel like every single Hwoarang player plays him the exact same way, just pressing a whole bunch of kick buttons, just doesn't even seem like you know what you're doing. And I've really tried fighting with the Hwoarang quite a few times, because there was a few times where I really wanted to, pick him up as a second or third character, but for some reason it just never clicked with me. I don't enjoy fighting with Hwoarang. And I think he does belong at Tekken 7. I think he does bring something unique to the table. The Taekwondo is really good, but he's not my cup of tea. Of course, I'm allowed to change my mind, but I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't have fun playing with him that much. Jack, I would say Jack's okay. Jin is very fun. Jin is one of my favorite male characters in the game. I would say he's probably my second favorite male character after Lei Wulong. I find Jin to be very intuitive. I feel like when I'm playing with him, I'm like able to play really fundamentally, and it keeps me engaged. He has a lot of high execution stuff that you can always kind of challenge yourself with, but he also has like regular things, like regular execution combos and moves as well. So he's pretty balanced for the most part, except for those electrics. I cannot get that consistent for the death of me, or for the life of me, whatever the phrase is. Josie, not my cup of tea. Julia. So you guys already know Julia is my main. She goes all the way at the top. I find Julia to be very fun to fight with. I feel like she's like one of the perfect characters to learn the game with. Maybe not the best for beginners, because she does have a technical and execution barrier. Like, you do have to be really on point when it comes to doing some of her combos and moves. Like, a lot of her moves require a lot of inputs, and she can be very tiring to play. I will say that. So maybe not the best for beginners, but not the worst for beginners either. Like, I feel that Julia is very fun. She has an answer for everything. She's very strong. I've always been a fan of Julia, even before Tekken 7, before she became DLC, because now people just say, oh, you just like her because she's DLC. It's like, no, I always liked Julia. Yeah, she's fun. I feel like she has a tool for everything. She has a 10 frame, 11 frame, 12 frame, 13, 14, 15, 16 frame punishers and launchers. I feel like her execution, although it is challenging, she has easier execution combos that you can do in place of it. Now, granted, they are lower damage, but still feasible. Like, I think she's a perfect character. Like, very all around, very strong. She has a throw game. She has a lot going for her. In fact, I think I'm going to do another video later, just pretty much pitching Julia as a character to pick up, because I really do find this character extremely fun. Katarina. Katarina will be my first character I put into extremely boring. I feel like her gameplay is very lazy, very uncreative, just kick, just very lazy to game plan. I'll put Kazuya in quite enjoyable. And the reason I put Kazuya and Heihachi in quite enjoyable and not extremely fun, because I do find them intuitive, but I find that they have a limited move set. And I'm a person, I actually prefer fighting with complex characters. That's how I've always been. Like, my very first main of the game was Lang Xiaoyu when I first started, like back in Tekken 3. So I always had a thing for characters with like a lot of moves and a lot of complexity. So, And I think just Heihachi and Kazuya lacking that complexity, that kind of makes me want to put them a little bit lower and quite enjoyable, but still very fun. King, I will put King in extremely fun. Kuma, quite enjoyable. He's quite complex and has a lot going on and very different. It's just a cute play style. Okay, remember how I said I like complex characters? I like them with the exception of this bitch. She's gonna go and not my cup of tea. I don't I don't like characters that do all that teleportation, all that fuzz, all that flashiness. It really irks my skin. Like it's just not my skin, but it really irks my nerves. Like no, I may as well put Master Raven there too while I'm at it. Let's see, Lars. I found Lars extremely boring. And maybe I need to play him a little bit more, and I may change my mind, but I just find him to be very, very basic, you know. And another thing, he's also very flashy and just have that epileptic kind of movement I really dislike. Who else can I put in extremely boring? Lucky Chloe's extremely boring. Noctis is. Fun fact: out of every character in this game, Noctis is the character I hate fighting against the most. I feel like Negan's okay. Like I like what they did with the baseball bat and having that whole play style. Like I think his game plan is quite interesting and different and unique. Just he's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I wouldn't put him down there. I mean, I would. I think he's okay. Like I think he has an okay design. Shaheen, the most boring character in Tekken 7. Shaheen. Who else can go there? I would say Leroy can go there. Very dull game plan, uninteresting. Lydia can go there. I've actually never even bought Lydia, but based on what I'm seeing, I don't plan on ever buying her. Leo's not my cup of tea. Who else? Any other characters? Yoshi's not my cup of tea. I actually put him on okay. I don't mind Yoshi that much. I will put who else is not? Her. Not my cup of tea. I really do not like Zafina. I find she's complex, but I find her play style and game plan to be very stupid. If I'm being honest, I don't see. It's very strange, very weird, very annoying. I don't like her, and I don't really like fighting with her either. Okay, so now we got some characters left that I actually do like. I'll put Nina in. Okay, Miguel's okay. He's okay. Anyone else? Don't want to put okay. Not my cup of tea. But she might be okay. Okay. So I would say out of these remaining 7 characters, I would say even though Julia's my main and Lei Wulong is my main as well, or my secondary character, Ling Wulong along with Ling Xiaoyu, these are like my 3 characters I like that I main and play the most. I love these 3. I find them very fun. I like Lei and Xiaoyu just because the complexity, the always having to be creative, having to take risks. You have to be really intuitive with them. And I like that they're low execution as well, because sometimes after playing Julia for a long time, sometimes I just need like a break. But yeah, I love these characters. I love the mix-ups. I love the 50-50s. I just love being creative and just seeing how I can outsmart my opponent. So even though these three are my favorite characters to play, I would say the most fun character in the whole entire game that I tried out is a tie. I'm trying to decide who I like more. I think I like, it's out of Lee or Steve, or Lee and Steve. These two characters, Lee and Steve, are the characters that I had the most fun with fighting with out of everybody in the whole game. Like, I've enjoyed fighting with them more than Julia and Lei and Xiaoyu. Like, I find them to be very intuitive. You have to really think and be engaged in the game. They have a lot of good moves, a lot of good options, very interesting game plans, nice character designs. Some of the best in the game, if you ask me. Very unique, definitely iconic characters in my opinion. And even the execution, although it's very challenging, it keeps the game interesting, you know? Like, it's not impossible. Like, I don't think Lee and Steve have everything that Lee and Steve has, although their combos are, especially Lee, their combos are quite difficult. I feel like I'm capable of doing them, you know? Like, characters like Jin, Kazuya, Brian, yes, their staple combos are not bad, but a lot of their key moves, like electrics and even in their high damage combos, I don't feel like I'm even capable of doing them. You know, and it drives me crazy not feeling capable of doing it. Like, Julia has some very difficult combos too that seem impossible, but I've done them before, you know? Like, I don't do it all the time. I don't do it in game much at all. But I've done it before, you know? I've done her hardest combo before, and it's very hard. I'm not consistent with it at all, but I'm capable. So I see all that to say that's what I like about Lee and Steve. However, I'm also quite lazy too. So I know they'll take a lot of dedication and time, and I don't have time for that right now. But I will say, all that to say, Steve and Lee are my favorite characters to fight with, like, who I find to be the most fun. And I'll put Lee in front of Steve, actually. I'll say that Lee Chaolan, this dude right here, most fun character in the game. You know, and maybe one day I will take time to learn him, because boy would I. Law, I say he's quite enjoyable. DSS is very annoying. And Paul, I would say he's also enjoyable as well. Like, he's really simple for my taste, but he's not a bad character at all. Like, I feel like his execution, that keeps things interesting with all the quarter circles, because he's not as easy as people may think. But yeah, so I think he does require you to think once you get to a certain level. So yeah, so this is my character fun tier list. It's probably different from most of your other YouTubers that you guys probably watch. Like, I don't know how other people feel about this list. Like, but I think it's on par pretty good though. I think I have a lot of popular opinions. I would say the least popular opinion about this tier list is probably putting her wrong right here. But I'm sorry, I do not find him fun at all. I've tried to. It's just I don't like all that kick and that gross. Yeah, these are characters I find extremely boring. Do I want to move anyone? Let's see. I kind of want to put Falcon Rom in extremely boring, because I feel like he's lacking a lot. But I like the kickboxing or Muay Thai fighting style. Like, I like that style, but I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so this is my final tier list for character fun. So thank you guys for listening to me and my opinions. Leave a comment. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And make sure that you subscribe to my channel and like this video. And I will see you guys next time. All right. So that was my character fun list fun tier list video that I just filmed. So I'm going to make that a whole separate video soon. I wanted to do another tier list too. I wanted to do a usage list. Maybe I should do that too. Let's actually reset. So basically, I'm going to do a tier list on like, I guess I'm probably going to title it like real usage. Like, although I don't have access to the official stats of Tekken. Let me just make sure I hear myself. So I've already been live for 5 minutes and then could. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, we're still on. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna do another tier list that's gonna be based on usage. So this tier list based on usage is not, like I said, I don't have the official stats but it's just gonna be usage based on how often I see this character. So I'm gonna have my red list, which means I see this character every day. Every day. A means, what does A mean? Every week. B is every month. No, actually, that's probably a little too extreme. Maybe not every month. Maybe let's do every 2 weeks. Let's make C means every month. And D means barely ever. Okay, so how are we looking with this video? Let me get some water. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to do this tier list too. I'm going to do my usage tier list. I thought this would have been a cool idea. Is the mouse working? Okay, I'm actually kind of nervous right now because I don't know why I'm so nervous. It's like every time I'm about to film a video, like even though like I won't laugh the whole time, like when I'm actually about like film a video, like for real, I always get nervous right before. It's like the hardest part is always starting. And I think I just get so self-conscious with my introductions. as well as I'm always hoping that I don't mess up too bad, because I do not feel like editing these videos right now. It takes too much time. And also, when I put these whenever I film videos, whether it's on a video camera or on a live stream like this, as soon as I put it into the editor, it's like the quality always goes down really badly. Like, that's actually a thing. I don't know why it does that. Well, I guess I don't know. So I guess I'm saying all that to say I don't want to fuck up. So yeah. So anyway, let's do this video for the what kind of tier list is this again? The usage, real life usage tier list. So let's go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jay. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, as well as like this video, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, I want to make another tier list, and I want this tier list to be the character real life usage. So a lot of people have their speculations about Tekken 8 and who's going to show up again, who's not going to show up. And we know that character usage is kind of a big deal in determining that, and can actually be a deciding factor for a lot of characters. Now, of course, that's not always the deal with certain characters that's going to be back regardless, like the Bears, Yoshimitsu, Lang Xiaoyu. Like, those characters all have quite low usage, but they still appear in every game no matter fucking what. So yeah, so basically real life usage means this is not backed up by any stats or anything. This is just based on me as a player. Like, I play on PC now, but I also play on PS4 too. So, and I live in America. I'm American. So yeah, so this is based off, I guess, my geography of who I'm able to play with. So I'm just going to give you guys some insights on characters that I see a lot of, who I think have high usage. And I know a while back there were some videos people went over with this, I guess some kind of statistician or some Redditor named Oba or something. He had his stats. Now, his stats were specifically for ranked in the EU. So that's not always going to be accurate of what I'm looking at. It's actually very limiting because it's only for ranked battle. And I feel like when you play on player match, you see a bigger diversity of characters, you know. So of course it's going to be different. And plus, I'm sure these stats change every single day. So I'm saying all that to say it's not based on an official list or anything. This is just who I see when I play Tekken. So I have the category set up to every day, meaning I see this character every day that I play Tekken. I got every week, meaning I don't see this character every day, but I'm definitely bound to see them every week, obviously. Every 2 weeks means like, I see them every 2 weeks. Every month means I don't see this character that often, but I do see them every month, or maybe even every other month. Like, I don't see them often much at all. That's what every month means. So it doesn't literally mean every month. It just means on average every month. I'll see this character like once a month whenever I play. And barely ever means I barely ever see this character. So let's begin. So let's start with characters that I see every day. I see this bitch every fucking day. Every fucking day. Oops. I cannot express to you guys how much I hate this character. She is so annoying. Not just her personality and characteristics, but just her whole game plan. I don't know what it is about her low kicks. For whatever reason, it's like the animation is like kind of delayed but fast at the same time, and it always hits me. And it seems like every Josie player plays the same exact way all the time. It's always those stupid kicks, and it's like I don't know what it is about the animation. I'm always having trouble blocking those kicks. And then it's like, oh, I'm sick of fighting this bitch. So I like say, okay, no, I'm not rematching. So I go back to the the loading screen. A new match pops up, and what is it? Another fucking Josie from a completely different player with another Josie. I think I see this character the most out of everyone. So, unfortunately, we are probably going to see her in Tekken 8. I'm pretty sure. This dude, every day. I actually love fighting against Hurong players because, like Josie, every Hurong player I run into plays the exact same. They have no defense, no movement, just kick, 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 kick. And I feel like it's good because it gives me a lot more experience in knowing how to deal with him, and it actually helps me. Like it helps me to kind of like get a better eye for seeing holes in people's game plans as well as sidestepping. So I actually don't mind fighting against her wrong. But this girl, I hate this girl. But yeah, I see these two characters. I think out of every character, I see these two the most. Who else is an everyday character I see? Who is it barely ever? Who do I never see? I never see fucking Shaheen. Where is he? I never see this dude ever. Who else? I barely ever see her. Barely ever see him. Anyone else? Let's see, Fang. I see a Fang every day I play. I see Fang every day I play. I see Lydia, another character that I really do not like playing against, and it's honestly maybe is due to basically not knowing the matchup that well, and she has some very unorthodox strings that are just kind of new, like, and as well as the animations. I've never bought Lydia before, wasn't interested, but I do see this lady every single day. I see a Brian every day. I do. I see. Who else? I see a Law every day. I see a King every day. I see an Armor King every day. I actually do like these characters, by the way. I don't mind seeing them every day. It's all good. Oh, this robot chick. I see her every day. I see a lot of characters every day, actually. Do I see Paul every day? I have to think about that one. Am I missing anyone? I see a Kazuya every single day. I see a Paul every day. I do. All right. So these are the characters I see every single day. So if you are a fan of any of these characters, or if you main any of these characters, I have good news for you. They are most likely going to be in Tekken 8. In fact, some of them have been confirmed, like King, Paul, Kazuya, Law. I'm sure Brian's going to come back, and so with the rest. So yeah, I see these characters every single day. Now, who do I see every week? Believe it or not, I usually see a Julia every week. And no, not because I main her, but I see a lot of Julias lately. I see a lot of Lei Wulongs as well. I mean, I know these are like my two mains, but no, seriously, I see Julia every week. Lei Wulong, I see him a few times a week. I actually see a lot of Lei Wulong players. I see them a lot more in player match than I do ranked, but still a lot of Lei Wulong players nonetheless, and a lot of them are quite good. Like, I think Lei Wulong has a really good shot in being a Tekken 8. Julia does too, but Lei Wulong, I would say he's a lot more popular than people think. Like, people think that, nobody plays him, but a lot of people play him. And I think A lot of people are seeing the awesomeness that is Lei. Um, this one, I see this one every 2 weeks maybe. I don't see Xiaoyu every week. I don't see Claudio every week. I see Akuma like every month or every 2 months. I see Anna every 2 weeks. I see Asuka every week. I have not seen Devil Jin much lately at all, to be honest. I would say every 2 weeks. Like I used to see Devil Jin, he used to be kind of like an everyday character, but I don't see him much at all. And I think I could say the same thing about Jin. I see Jin a little bit more frequently. I see Jin every week. But Devil Jin, I really have not been running into Devil Jin much at all, you guys. What's that all about? Like why is nobody playing Devil Jin much at all? I see Heihachi every week. Bears, I see them every month or so. I would say the same thing about Gigas. I would say the same thing about Geese. I would say the same thing about Kazumi. Kazumi used to be like one of the most used female characters in the game, but I barely ever went into her. Same with Leroy. When I see Leroy, I usually see him a few times every 2 weeks, maybe not every week. Or could I move him to every? No, I don't see him every week. I see Leroy a lot. I'm having trouble in deciding what to put him. I don't see him every week, do I? Maybe. I think maybe I could bring her down here to every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll put her down here every 2 weeks and Leroy up every week. I definitely see Leroy more than I see Julia. But I definitely see Julia more than I see Xiaoyu. Anyway. Oh, this is another one that I see every day. How did I forget about this guy? I see Lars all the time. It seems how can I miss it? He's one of those characters that do the same thing, and then that stupid evasion crap. It's just the most ugly movement. And I'm saying that because there were so many times that I thought about playing Lars, and I was like, let me try him out. Like he's not too hard, but he might be interesting. Maybe I will have a change in preferences or like a change in taste, but I'm not the biggest fan of his gameplay at all. It's just too epileptic and just too animated for me. Lee, I see him every month or so. I don't see him that often. I see Lily every week. Believe it or not, I see this girl every week. I see Miguel. I see a lot of Miguel, so I would say every 2 weeks. I don't see him every week. I've actually seen a lot of Master Ravens lately. But maybe she can be in every 2 weeks as well. Steve, I see Steve every week. Violet can go with Lee. Oh, how can I forget about this chick? I see her every day. Lord knows I see her every day. Eddie. I actually see a lot of Eddies. And this is very interesting. I feel like, I don't know if it's the ranks that I fight in. So on PC, I just got this PC, so I've been playing majority of the time on PlayStation. But I see Eddie a lot on PlayStation. And I've seen him at PC yesterday. Like I see Eddie quite often, and it's really interesting how characters like Eddie and Lei and who else? Like a lot of these characters are considered to be low usage. Like everybody wants them in the game, but don't play them. But I actually see a lot of Eddie and Lei players, and I think again, if you are one of those people playing this game, and you say you never see them, maybe you should try going on just a regular player match and just not on rank, because I see these characters a lot. And it might have to do with what rank you are. So the whole point, reason I brought up PC versus PS4 was because, so on a ranked match on PS4, does rank match really affect who you fight? Okay, so I think when you go on player match, I do think they try to group you with people in your rank, but not as strict as when it is actual ranked. But I'm saying this to say maybe your rank has something to do with who you see. But anyway, I usually play Julio when I'm on PS4, and my rank with Julio, so I was always hovering around the Raijin and Yakuza ranks on PS4, so that's like the blue ranks. And so that's really the context I'm putting this in. Like with my lay in PS4, I got him like to the yellow ranks, I believe. And Xiao Yu, I got her to the ruler ranks. So I guess this list is more representative of intermediate usage, even though my Julia is more high level because I'm good with her. Yeah, I think I could say Raijin and Yakuza are high level. I think that's fair. But yeah, so I think maybe it looks completely different, like if you're all the way high level to where you're just fighting nothing but Tekken Gods and Tekken God Omegas. But I think the majority of players are in this whole intermediate blend or intermediate realm, when, like I said, from yellow ranks all the way into like, certain blue ranks. Like, so I think this is accurate. Aren't most Tekken players intermediate? At least those that stay active. I guess the majority of the people that bought the game are probably low ranks and might just be casual. But of active players, I would think most people are intermediate. Zafina, every 2 weeks. Yoshi, every month. Him, every week. Seems like I see this motherfucker every week too. Every 2 weeks. I've never seen Devil Cause of Me. Falcon Rom. A very tragic story in Tekken history. Falcon Rom. A character that everyone was so hyped for and thought would be so good, and initially thought was going to be Bruce, that turned out to be this whole big monster of a character that was extremely overpowered, and you see nothing but Falcon Ramos everywhere. And now that he's been nerfed into the ground, you see him barely ever. And I think that's sad, because obviously people were just playing him just because he was good. But also, what does that say about the character though? Like, for you to have a character that everyone played just because they were good, but as soon as they get nerfed, nobody plays them. That shows to me that you failed to make a really iconic Tekken character. I mean, Falcon Rom, even though I personally think his looks are way too much for my liking and for my taste, he has an interesting look. I will give him that. If it was up to me, I would take the stupid tattoos off his face and make him like a regular sized person. But yeah, I mean, it's just, and this is the thing with Tekken a lot lately. It's like every single new character in Tekken 7, I don't feel attached to any of them. Like, I don't feel like, the only one that I think they kind of did that with was Leroy, because I feel like they marketed him really well compared to the others. But even him, it's like it's no kind of connection, like every single character that I'm connected to in Tekken, or like from Tekken 3 or Tekken 4 or 5, it seems like once Tekken 6 came, that's when all the new characters just begin to feel out of place and not feel like Tekken. I think the only post Tekken 5, or I guess the only new character from Tekken 6 and 7 that I felt are kind of iconic now are just Lars and Alyssa. And I think it's because they're directly related to the story. And I think they did a really good job of marketing them back in Tekken 6 when they made them, into the scenario campaign. You really got to know them. So I feel like that really helped. But anyway, let's finish this list. Katarina, I see this heifer like every other week. Sometimes every week, but not as often as these guys. And I kind of move him down here, actually. Nina, I see her just about every day. Most days. Leo, there. Marduk. I don't see him every week. I see him every 2 weeks. Falcon, I did all this talking. I didn't even put Falcon in the tier list yet. Anyway, I would say every month. I really do not see Falcon like that anymore. Like, I still see him enough to I like know he's in the game still, but I do not see this character much at all. He is every week, I would say. And this guy, Jack, every month. I don't see Jack that often at all. So yeah, so this is my real life character usage tier list. This is based on how often I see these characters when I'm playing online, whether it's a ranked battle or player match. And this is also, and I guess maybe I should, it's worth mentioning that this is usually like from my lowest rank main, which is Lei Wulong, who is in the yellow ranks, all the way up to my highest rank main, which is Julia, who is all the way up to the Raijin and Yakuza ranks. So I guess this will really cover that big chunk of characters, which I think is a really big chunk of the player base. So yeah, so this is my real life tier list. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment. Do you think that character usage in general is going to be a big factor in bringing a lot of these characters in the game? And I think the obvious answer is yes, but I would say a special case, for some reason, Kunimitsu, even though I see her all the time, and she's a commercial success for Tekken 7. I see her a lot. And again, even though she's like technically a newer person, still a classic character. Kunimitsu was in the game since Tekken 2. But, so it's not really a new character. But despite her high usage, I still don't feel like her being on the base roster is promised. I don't know. I just feel like she just haven't garnered that icon status yet. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she will be. But yeah, so this is my real life tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. And I will see you guys next time. All right. This is so tiring right now. Let me check my phone, check my messages. Anyone here? All right. That's what we had. Okay. How long was I streaming so far? Was it like 30 minutes? You know what I really want to do? I really want to do like, and I might do a playlist on this too. Actually, I want to do like character guides where I do like characters in a nutshell, and I want to give myself like 10 minutes to do so. I think I should do it. I'm going with the characters that I like, of course. So Julia's going to get one, even though there's like a ton of guys out there on her. I feel like there aren't enough Julia guides that are like Julia in a nutshell. And there are some things about Julia that I know that a lot of people don't know. I definitely want to do one on Lei. I think Lei deserves I think I'm gonna make like a playlist called Tekken Characters in a Nutshell, or like Julia in a nutshell, Lei Wulong in a nutshell, Xiao Yu in a nutshell. Like, I want to give these characters that I really have fun with some of the recognition they deserve. And actually, I might film my Julia in the nutshell video right now while I'm actually live. So, and if there's any other characters that people want to see, just let me know. How long was I filming? This is going to be a long video. How long? Shit, I hate when I drop my fucking phone. Okay, an hour. Okay. So this I've been doing this video for an hour, and I'm going to have to download it and then repost it. Yeah, so I'm about to just what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this stream and then make a stream like right after this, just because when I edit these videos, I don't want my videos to be too long when I like cut it and chop it up, because that can make the load times last a lot longer. But yeah, so I'm going to do a Julia in a nutshell video, and that'll give me some more content to put on my page. My stream is healthy. What is stream health? I guess it means the condition and status. That's good. That's just a really odd term, stream health. But yeah, I'm going to end this stream and then just go back to make another stream right after this. I'm going to go over Julia in a nutshell. Just going to go over some tips and tricks. All right, I'll see you guys. Actually, I think I should probably do it on OBS first. So let's